While most other studios are busy making DEI simulators, these Chinese devs said, you know what? Let's combine Assassin's Creed and Uncharted 4 and sprinkle a bit of God of War on top. I mean, first Crimson Desert and now this? Eastern devs really know what the gamers want. I mean, let's be real. It's been a while since we got a proper linear action-adventure game. And as a huge fan of Uncharted 4, God of War, and Prince of Persia back in the day, Blood Message has really got me hyped. In fact, there are 4 big reasons why you should be hyped for it. Anyways, there's video chapters for easy viewing, and without further ado, let's just dive in. First things first, this game looks freaking incredible. Now, while most studios are busy pandering to the modern audience, these devs are making a game that actually focuses on the story, gameplay, and historical accuracy. The game takes place during the Shazhou uprising in the 840s China. Jiang Yichao was a Chinese rebel leader. He led a rebellion against the Tibetans to reclaim the region of Shazhou, today known as Dunhuang, in the name of Tang Dynasty. To seek military aid, Jiang sent out 10 teams of messengers to the Tang capital Chang'an, today known as Xi'an. Out of all of them, only 1 team made it. The rest were either killed or went MIA. Now, this dangerous and long-ass journey took around 2 to 4 weeks. I do have some concerns about it, which I'll talk about later in the video. Anyways, they also had to cross some harsh areas of the Gobi Desert. No wonder the success rate was 1 in 10. This is a genuinely fascinating historical setting, and this game actually seems to respect it, unlike some other games. So if you're into historical fiction and love games like Ghost of Tsushima or older Assassin's Creed, then this one's for you. The story follows a nameless messenger and Ning, his 14-year-old son. Ning decides to take on the impossible mission to deliver the message to the Tang capital. This kicks off the story, and the father has to go after his son and join him on this quest. I love this father-son dynamic, and this is one of the reasons God of War 2018 is one of my favorite games of all time. Together, this duo will have to face overwhelming odds to complete the mission that everyone else failed, hence the name Blood Message. The original Chinese title is Gui Tang, which means reclaiming Tang. I personally like Blood Message more because it's vague, mysterious, and just sounds more badass. Along the way, this duo will be meeting a lot of interesting side characters as well. They showed this monk and this waifu material woman who helped them on their journey. It also kind of reminds me of The Last of Us Part 1, where Joel and Ellie meet all sorts of characters along the way. There's also this mysterious guy who seems to be the main antagonist, but we don't know much about him. Maybe his sole mission is to capture and kill the messengers, but only time will tell. Anyways, this is a pretty long journey, so it's safe to assume that you'll be meeting a lot of interesting characters along the way. Now, let's move on to the gameplay and visuals. So this was the very first trailer we got for this game, and props to the devs, cause instead of a cinematic teaser, we got a trailer that's like 70% gameplay, and that's crazy. You might have not even expected it, but Blood Message is being powered by Unreal Engine 5 paired with some proprietary tech. Not exactly sure how that works, but they're using Unreal Engine 5 for the visuals while using their own systems for gameplay and physics. If you know more about that, I would really appreciate an explanation in the comments. Now, this might be the reason why Blood Message doesn't feel like an Unreal Engine 5 game. Like, there's no weird upscaling issues or those floaty animations that most games built on it suffer from. Just look at the combat. The animations are tight, grounded, and impactful. It doesn't only look good, it also seems to be very layered and deep. In the trailer, we can see our guy using swords, knives, and even this hammer. And on top of dodging and parrying, the trailer showed quite a lot of environmental takedowns as well. Honestly, this is what the Assassin's Creed combat should have been. And it actually could have been if Ubisoft focused on the game instead of this bullshit. The trailer also showed a bit of stealth gameplay, and even though it looks quite simple, it's good to have it. We also see this dude teaming up with the main protagonist, due to which there's speculation that this game might feature co-op multiplayer, but I think not. This seems more like an NPC companion, kinda like Ellie from The Last of Us Part 1. I just hope the companions are actually helpful and the enemies aren't blind to them, cause in The Last of Us, it was really immersion breaking when enemies relentlessly hunted Joel but completely ignored Ellie. This guy just hates Joel. Anyways, yeah, it would be annoying if your companion got caught during stealth, but it adds a unique challenge, forcing you to be more thoughtful with your positioning and timing, and this simple tweak can make stealth more layered and fun. The devs also said you'll need to protect Ning, so there could be QTEs where you'll have to jump in to save him. Now, all this looks really cool, but it's the very first trailer, so take it all with a grain of salt. In the trailer, they showed a lot of different locations, dense cities, ancient temples, snowy mountains, and a lot of desert. So I think you'll be spending a lot of time there. And yes, there will also be sandstorms. They've also got set pieces where roads or walls collapse, forcing the player to figure out a new way instead of just following a set path, which is quite common in linear action-adventure games like this. Now, one thing that really caught my eye was this cool environmental puzzle, and I just love that. But even with all this, there are 3 things that I'm still kinda skeptical about. We all know the Western devs have been overpromising and under-delivering for a long time, and the worst part is, they keep getting away with it. This shows how some devs don't respect their audience. I mean, just look at Mind's Eye. The game is so bad, it almost feels like a scam. Now, this is the very first single-player AAA title from these guys, and yes, it does look incredible in the trailer. But how will it actually turn out? Will there be downgrades? Will the combat be as visceral as it seems? I honestly have no clue. One thing's certain though, Eastern devs have been crushing it as of late, so there's a good chance that Blood Message could end up being a great game. The second thing I noticed is there's not even a hint of a release date or a gameplay reveal, which is not much of a problem for me. I personally think devs should take their time and drop a polished game. But that can still be off-putting for some people, especially since fans had to wait 4 years for Black Myth Wukong after its first trailer dropped back in 2020. One thing that I do care about though is the length of the game. The journey is massive. These guys will be traveling around 1700 kilometers, so I really hope the story is like 10 to 12 hours long. But if they rely on time skips and give us a 5-hour campaign, I'm not a fan of that. Still, in an ocean of absolutely dogshit games, this game feels like it might actually be worth the hype. Do let me know your thoughts about Blood Message in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Until next time, take care.
阿娘，等着我。时对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。